I thought this number would fix it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said to yourself, once I hit that number, I'll finally relax? Maybe it was $50,000 a year, then $100,000, then $250,000, then $500,000, maybe even $1 million. And yet, here you are, still checking your bank account, still doing mental math at night, still feeling that quiet tightness in your chest when you think about money, even though objectively you're doing fine, maybe even really well. So what's going on? Why doesn't financial success create the sense of safety it promised? And more importantly, why does more money sometimes come with more anxiety, not less? Today we're going to talk about something most people never explain clearly. 1. Why the feeling of enough is not a financial milestone. 2. Why your nervous system may still feel unsafe no matter how much you earn. 3. And how to finally build real security the kind money alone can't buy. This isn't about budgeting tips. This isn't about hustle culture. And it's definitely not about blaming you. This is about understanding what's actually happening inside your brain and body so you can stop chasing a finish line that keeps moving. This isn't greed or failure. Let's get one thing out of the way. If you never feel like it's enough, that doesn't mean you're greedy. It doesn't mean you're broken. And it doesn't mean you're bad with money. It means you're human. More specifically, it means your sense of safety is being asked to do a job money was never designed to do. Money is excellent at paying bills. It's terrible at regulating your nervous system. And most of us were never taught the difference. So we grow up believing a myth. Once I earn enough, I'll finally feel secure. But here's the psychological truth. Security is a nervous system state, not a bank balance. And if your nervous system learned early on that the world is unpredictable, unsafe, or conditional, no amount of income will automatically convince it otherwise. The mechanism, why enough, keeps moving. Let's zoom in. Why does enough feel so slippery? 1. Your brain is wired for relative safety, not absolute numbers. Your brain doesn't evaluate safety using spreadsheets. It uses contrast. It asks questions like, am I safer than I was before? Am I safer than the people around me? Could this disappear? So when you go from $100,000 to $500,000, your brain doesn't say, great, we're done. It says, okay, but what if this drops? What if expectations rise? What if this lifestyle becomes normal? And then I lose it. The goalpost moves because your reference point changes. What once felt like abundance becomes baseline. Baseline becomes fragile. Fragility triggers vigilance. 2. Scarcity conditioning lives in the body, not the mind. This is huge. If you grew up with financial instability, emotionally unpredictable caregivers, praise tied to performance, or chronic pressure to not mess up, your body learned a rule early. Safety is temporary. Stay alert. That rule doesn't disappear when your income increases. In fact, success can intensify it. Why? Because now there's more to lose. So instead of relaxing, your nervous system says, protect this, monitor this. Don't screw this up. That's not ingratitude. That's survival conditioning. 3. Identity gets entangled with numbers. This is where things get really sticky. At some point, money stops being just money. It becomes proof you're competent, proof you're valuable, proof you're not failing. So when the number goes up, it feels good for a moment. But then a quiet fear creeps in. If this number goes down, what does that say about me? Now, money isn't just income. It's identity insurance. And insurance always comes with anxiety. The paradox, why more money can increase fear. Here's the paradox no one talks about. When you had less money, your expectations were lower. Your lifestyle was simpler. The story about who you were was smaller. As you earn more, your responsibilities increase. Your identity becomes more visible. Your margin for error feels thinner, even if it's not. So the fear shifts from, will I survive, to will I fall? And falling feels unbearable when your sense of worth is attached to staying up. Pause. If this is hitting you, let me slow this down for a moment. If you're listening to this and thinking, yes, this is exactly it, I want you to hear this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. Your system adapted brilliantly to the conditions it learned in. It just hasn't been updated yet. Tool 1. Separate financial enough from emotional enough. Here's the first practical shift. You need two definitions of enough, not one. Financial enough. This is objective. Bills paid, emergency buffer, predictable runway, emotional enough. This is internal. I can rest without guilt. I won't abandon myself if things fluctuate. My worth isn't on the line every month. Most people keep trying to solve emotional enough with financial metrics. That's like using a thermometer to measure loneliness. Wrong tool. Tool 2. Teach your nervous system. What stability feels like. This part is subtle and powerful. Safety isn't created by numbers. It's created by repetition of calm experiences. Try this. Once a week, deliberately notice. Bills paid without urgency. Money sitting untouched. A moment where nothing needs fixing, then pause. Not to celebrate, not to optimize, just to let your body register. This moment is okay. It may feel boring or uncomfortable. That's normal. Your nervous system isn't used to calm without effort. Tool 3. Detach self-worth from financial momentum. Ask yourself this gently. If my income dropped 30% tomorrow, would I still treat myself with respect? If the answer is no, that's not a mindset flaw. That's a signal. It means your worth has been outsourced to performance. Start practicing a radical idea. You are allowed to be valuable without proving it this quarter. This doesn't make you lazy. It makes you sustainable. Warnings and caveats. A quick but important note: if you have ADHD, high sensitivity, trauma history, or chronic anxiety, your nervous system may need extra support. This isn't about forcing yourself to feel safe. It's about building safety gradually with compassion. Therapy, somatic work, or trauma-informed coaching can be incredibly helpful here. This isn't weakness, it's precision care. A reframe that changes everything. Here's the shift I want you to take with you. You're not chasing money because you want more. You're chasing money because you want permission to relax. And that permission doesn't come from the number. It comes from learning you don't have to earn your right to exist peacefully. Money can support your life, but it cannot replace self-trust. Closing. What enough actually is. Let's bring this home. Enough isn't a dollar amount. It's a relationship with uncertainty that says, I can handle this. It's a nervous system that knows I won't abandon myself if things change. It's the quiet confidence that your worth isn't something you can lose in a market swing. So if you've been climbing ladder after ladder, waiting to feel safe, maybe it's not the ladder that needs to be taller. Maybe it's the ground beneath you that needs to feel steadier. Comment below. What number did you think would finally be enough? You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just learning something most people never explain. And that awareness, that's real wealth. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to press the bell icon so you can get my upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the next video.